Alrighty, so at this point you will have created your new site. You won't have everything that I have, of course, but you will have something down here that says A Master, and then you'll probably have something up here, I don't remember what it's called, but main or home or something like that. What you need to do is create a site next to this one that would be, your content pages. So you have a main page, and then all of your content pages would be to the right. So to do that, if let's say I wanted to create another one over here, I would click on this little plus button, and that'll insert another page to the right. And what you'll notice is that pretty much right away, it changes to what I already have in my other pages. It has this menu bar and a logo. And the reason for that is because I made my navigation bar in my master page down here. So when I designed it, I double click here on my A Master, and any changes I make to this A Master site are automatically changing my my content sites and my main page. Okay, so anything I need that repeats itself, so for example, I definitely want my logo on each page, and I definitely want my menu on each page, so or my navigation bar on each page. So anything that I do to the master is going to repeat itself on any page that I've created in this website. Okay, so so a navigation bar, logos, if you have a footer or anything like that, a search bar, anything that you want to repeat itself throughout all your pages, you will create on the master page. Okay, so again, to do that, you just double click on a master and then edit within this site. Okay, any changes that you want to make to just one page, you would just double click on it up here. Okay, and so if I'm on the news site of my page, I can create, a place for a video, for example. This is not what you would do, but I could create a place for a video, and going back here, it's only created that on this page. Okay, so so just go to your A Master for anything that you need that repeats itself, and then for each individual change that you want to make to the pages, you would just double click on them within this little area here, the plan area. Okay. To create the menu, there are a couple ways I think you can do it, but the easiest way that I felt was to, first of all, I'm going to delete this one because I don't want it. Double click on A Master again because this is the navigation bar that'll repeat itself on every single page. And over in your not your widgets. Oh yeah, it is in your widgets. In the widgets box over here, you have an option for menus. So if you click there, you have the options for horizontal and vertical. You can click on them and it shows you, if you just click once, it shows you right here in the preview what it would look like. You also have a horizontal. That's what I did, and I think that's what most of your navigation bars will look like. So when you've decided on vertical or horizontal, all you have to do is drag it over. And it automatically, if you see, it automatically changes to the names of the sites that I created. So right here in my plan tab, I can change the names of these. Just double clicking on the names and you can change the names. I changed it to, let's say I changed this one to health. And hit enter. If I go back to my A Master, it will change that tab to health. Okay, so it just follows whatever you're doing in your plan. Okay, so create all of your pages first, and then create your menu in the master file. Okay, I'm going to go back and change that because I don't want that to be health. Okay, so to make your menu look like mine, though, let's say I'm doing it for this one, you can move it around if you need to, just by making sure you're on the selection tool. You can drag it out to make it larger. You can do any number of things. You can make it bigger. So. To make any color changes, you can click here, first of all, to change which pages it would include. I just did it, that part doesn't really matter. We want it to be horizontal. You can have it show an icon on the left that I thought was weird, but you can have it there. You can also select to not have the label if you want it for some reason. So there are a few options there that you can change around. You can also click on each individual box and change the fill color if you want each color to be changed to a gradient or to a solid. Y'all should remember this from last time. Oh, it changed all of them. Oh, if you want to change them, I'm sorry, to different colors, you can click on this and uncheck the Edit Together button. Okay, if that button is checked, everything that you do will change all of them. But if you uncheck that, it'll only make it to the ones that you have selected. Okay, but I want to make changes to the whole thing, so I'm going to go to Edit Together. Alright, so pick a color. It doesn't matter. Whatever color y'all want is totally fine. And again, you can fill this with a gradient. You can fill it with an image. If you don't remember how to do those kinds of things, ask me and I'll tell you. But it's pretty quick. You can also make them, like I've said before, you can make them more translucent. You can also add, I think I added it, didn't save. You can add some effects to these. If you click on effects, maybe, there we go. You can add a shadow if you have, you can't tell on mine, but if you have a white background or something, you can add a shadow. You can also have it beveled, which I like. It makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional. And you can adjust the angle, the distance, and the blur. You can also have it glow. And some of y'all have already figured this stuff out, but those of you who haven't, it's right there. You can also change the edges to be curved if you want. Right up here in this little area, you can change them to be curved. You can change just some of them to be curved, some of them to be straight. That's completely up to you. So that's the menu. Okay, that's how you create the menu. You also want to, just like a normal website, if you were to click on one of them, one of the tabs, you would want it to either be highlighted or do something, or if you're hovering over it, you want it to change color or something. I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically over here, where you have the widget library, you also have a tab called States. If you click on States, after you've clicked on one of your buttons, click on States, and you'll see that there are different options. Okay, you have normal state, which is if it's just sitting there. You have rollover state, which is the color it would be if you had the mouse roll over it. You have mouse down, which is when you actually click on it, it would change color when you have the mouse clicked. And then you have active, and if you're on that page, if you are on the main page, it would look like this. Okay, you can change every single one of these by just clicking on it, and then change the color if you want. Let's say, for example, I want mine green. This is really ugly. Mouse down. You can change. You can also delete these if you don't want the mouse down option. You could delete it just by clicking on it and then pressing this little trash can button. But I like it, so I'm going to leave it. And let's just pretend that active is like that. If I go to preview, takes a minute. Okay, so now I'm on the features page, so that's why it's gray, because it's at the active site. When I made mine yellow. But see, when I hover over them, they change to yellow. To green. And then when I click on them, when I have the mouse down, it changes to blue. And then I can click on it, and it goes to my new site. And of course, this is over top of it. But yeah, now it works perfectly. Alright, so there's no creating hotspots or anything like that. You do just need to create these this menu, and then you'll be set. If for whatever reason you don't have a menu on your site, I would highly suggest making one on your site, because I don't know how else users will be able to navigate your site. So, but those are your options. Anything else that you need to know for Muse, you can ask me. Those are the things that I didn't teach you last time because we didn't need to know them, but now you know. And just save as you go, as always, and if you have any questions, just ask me.